my people, I am coming to you with more info, hopefully to help you out. All right, so been talking about tsly. Been talking about these yieldmax funds. They're going crazy. Oh my gosh, and there's more funds coming out in the future. Anyway, what's important about these is their option income strategy ETFs. If you don't know what an ETF is, Google it, look it up. Basically, they're options income funds that you can invest in. You can buy them like common stock shares of stocks, and when you buy them, you get paid monthly dividends from the fund. So when they make money, they give some of that money to you. Now, if we're going to dive in a little bit about how they make their money, they use a synthetic call strategy. If you Google, look up what a synthetic long call is, you'll understand more about what it is. In a normal covered call, you actually own the asset and you sell options contracts off what you own, but they're going to synthetically do it. So they're going to buy some options, and then they're going to sell some options based on the options they bought to help mitigate the risk of them. And then they're going to have money sitting in US Treasury bonds, which are still going to pay them a low percentage, but they're also, they're going to pay them whatever percentage the Treasury bonds yield. But at the same time, Treasury bonds are known in the market to be like super unrisky. So it's an interesting strategy. I mean, I don't have time to sit around all day and figure out options, calls and puts and stuff to buy and not do and do. So I figured, hey, let professionals do it, and I'll just rake in benefits for how they do it by buying these funds. I mean, in the last year, tsly has given over almost 70% dividend yield. So that means if I put in $100 in January, I would have earned 70 of it back by now. That's crazy, because the average stock market yield is around 10% per year. If you historically go look that up, Google it or something. So anyways, I think it's going to be fun to watch and see how it does. I am excited if when the market opens tomorrow, oh my gosh, I have some money. I'm putting it aside. I am buying some of these funds. I don't know which yieldmax fund I'm going to buy. I might do a video about it later, but I'm definitely buying some yieldmax funds. I don't think it's something you should put a huge percent of your portfolio in, but it's something you should put, well, not should. If it's in your risk profile, you may consider putting some of your portfolio here and seeing what kind of cash flow it generates for you. Then use that cash flow to buy maybe the underlying stock. That would help mitigate the risk because you're owning actual shares of a company, and that company is paying for you to buy more of their shares, but they're giving you a high rate of return. It's crazy. That's exactly the kind of stuff I'm looking for and I like. This is an investment that I am excited about because I've not seen yields like this from the market. This is like crypto gains. Well, not really. Crypto's like in the thousands of percents, but anyways, it's gains. I think the risks of it are going to be low for me because I'm not going to put that much money to it. I only put as much as I'm willing to lose. That's how you should invest anyway. But anyways, I think it's something definitely to look into. Get some more information about the yieldmax fund. Look up stuff on their website. It seems pretty interesting how they're doing things, and I'm excited to see how this goes in the near future because I am bullish on so many things in the market. And if you don't know what bullish means, it just means that I have future perspective to think that they're going to rise and continue rising. And how these funds are built, giving income off of call strategies. A call strategy means that you're betting that the stock is going to continue to increase in price in the future. And there are some companies out there that I think are going to continue increasing and not going to go down any time in my lifetime. I mean, they may go down some, but they're not going to disappear. Like Apple's not going anywhere, I don't think. Tesla's not going anywhere, I don't think. Amazon's not going anywhere. Google's not going anywhere. Facebook's not going anywhere. Netflix ain't going nowhere. There's some stocks that I'm like, they're going to be around for probably the rest of my lifetime because they're so innovative. They have leaders that understand how to run a business. They offer products that are useful to the market, and they have a lot of volume, cash flow, a lot of money, a lot of assets, a lot of things that aren't going to just disappear overnight. And if they did disappear overnight, here's how I rationale and think of this. I'm like, listen, if some of these companies disappeared overnight, it would mean there's something worse going on than whatever losses I would have in the market. It means that, I'm pretty much cataclysmic end of the world, something like that, some kind of weird, super bad thing going on. So, if that were going on, I'd be worried about other things rather than stocks, my family, food, water, things like that we would need to survive. So anyways, that's sort of how I look at things. And yeah, whatever risk level you're comfortable with, take it, see where it goes. I'm all about building a cash flow dividend portfolio. I want cash flow from my portfolio to pay for things in my life. So when I see things like this is what I'm going for, because some people are investing for, future gains, and I do that through retirement and things like that. So I'm not worried about that because it's going to happen in retirement. But in my outside, just brokerage account that I manage on my own, I'm looking for cash flow. If I can get bills paid through dividends, through the stocks or the companies or the funds that I own, that frees up my working money to do other things. And eventually, if I get enough of it, I get to the point where I don't have to work. Now, people talk about taxes and they talk about, oh, you're going to have to pay all these taxes because you're getting so much in dividends or this or that. And I'm like, listen, if I had to pay taxes because I'm making money, I don't give a rip. I'd rather have taxes to pay because I made money than have no taxes to pay because I made no money. So like the tax problem, for me, I feel like it's been solved. I've learned a lot more about taxes, how to mitigate my tax risk, different areas I can write off expenses through owning a business, being an entrepreneur, and just things I learned about in life. I mean, it just takes time to get the knowledge. When you get the knowledge and information, you can apply it. And, it's getting to the bag legally. That's the way to do it. Work within the system and the rules of the system and just make your own way. That's what I'm trying to do. It is working. I've talked to some personal people in my life. I got some personal stuff going on. And I've talked about ways that I have utilized what I've learned through investing and cash flow and dividends to help my personal life. So I'm hoping some of the information I share sparks your interest, that you want to learn a little bit more about that too. I do have a course to teach about that. I also do some one-on-one coaching with people. I help them assess their portfolios or assess their retirement or what they're invested in, make sure it's stuff that they understand what it is. It's not that there's any right or wrong. It's like, listen, you have to know what it's in to understand what it's doing. Understand that don't just have money sitting in an IRA savings account, but you need to actually have it invested in a fund within your IRA. Otherwise, when you get to retirement, you're just going to have a bunch of savings. You're going to have no gains from being invested in the market. Anyways, I don't go off on tangents. I'm going to leave it at that. Try to keep it short and sweet. This is a little bit longer than I normally do on videos, but I hope the information was helpful to you. And if so, hopefully I'll be bringing out some more. Bang, bang. Chicken Wayne. Let's do it.